content with a war on the entire Middle East, War King Don continues his war on U.S. history via the Smithsonian. That rogue institution's failure to celebrate or at least excuse slavery is compounded by their accusation that Christianity engaged in world conquest. The very notion! And how dare they imply that the party of Lincoln became the party of Bull Connor, also a great patriot in a diverse sort of a way, before righting itself and becoming the party of the man who will save the Trumpsonian from itself. He has also attacked the head of the Museum of American History, Anthea Hartig, for saying history is a tool of civic engagement and social justice.
There are cases in my files showing where involvement has led to social change, which, as we know, is not strictly necessary at this time, nor is it strictly permitted.
Meanwhile, exciting news for ethnic unity fans. A new law in China makes it mandatory. Recalcitrant Uyghurs and Tibetans, and others among the 56 ethnicities who persist in existing, at home and abroad, will be pursued and persuaded to assimilate, which in the U.S. is a bad thing. But in China, it's good. Or from another point of view, in the U.S., it's good. In China, it's bad. There's a third point of view, but I can't imagine what it might be. And now, some snippets from the vault. Federal Judge Trina Thompson said a while back that the Trump cabal's deporting of helpless refugees as the worst of the worst amounts to asking them to atone for their race, leave because of their names, and purify their blood. Meanwhile, the Party of Family Values has found a new way to split families. They can either leave together or have their child removed for safekeeping, or anyway, sheltering, or fostering. It's an innovative combination of blackmail, kidnapping, hostage-taking, and modernized Sophie's choicing. The policy is divisive, especially to families. If the parents choose separation, it proves they are Palestinians, in that they don't love their children. The admin is, of course, acting on the traditional conservative belief that the government knows better than parents. Let us journey deep into the past, into last week, or even the last 500 years, to try to unravel why so many refugees, impoverished if not persecuted, want to come to wealthy countries. Can one imagine why anyone would do such a thing, either perhaps because of economic imbalances in the world, perhaps even grand theft by some countries from others, that might help cause this? And then we have the question of whether we can actually live in an unequal world. Should we build walls or seek justice? Tough call. Maybe build an arc that bends towards justice. Justice is great, but it's so much work. So perhaps we could separate families, uproot people from countries they've lived in for decades, and send them to places where they have nothing and no one. No hope, perhaps no life, especially if they are killed. But we must do something because they are taking all the jobs that we don't want, providing food for us and shelter. And mostly not eating our pets. Without these people here, we might have to toughen up and become great again without any help from immigrants. Imagine America without immigrants. Reality, anyone?
There is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies.
When Trump ordered the Treasury to cease production of pennies, he He insisted it is in the national interest for Americans to have no sense. At the same time, he also ordered the abolition of energy-saving light bulbs and toilets, along with paper straws, since they are all DEI and also violate the right to profit from ending the planet. He added that the woke Marxist anti-plastic movement is the biggest disgrace in history and dishonors the sacred invention of plastic by God's little helpers. Also, he said, maligning the ocean's island of plastic the size of Texas also maligns Texas, which maligns Jesus.
By the Islamic Republic of Japan.
It turns out the decision about what's fit to print is often made by terrorists. That is, New York Times staffers who have participated in Israel's crusade against its indigenous people. Nathan Odenheimer was an Israeli commando for 4 years. Isabel Kirshner's husband and 2 sons served in the obliteration forces as well. Exec editor Max Frankel said he was expected to stand up for Israel, right or wrong, and did. Ditto A.M. Rosenthal. There are no known Palestinian staffers with ties to the anti-occupation resistance, as they would be biased.
I posted that I want a ceasefire. This guy commented, "Oh, you want a ceasefire? So then you're just for taking hostages?" What?
Tariffs work because the United States has the largest, most reliable consumer market for the world's products, and also because everything Mr. Trump does works. Because if the president does it, it works. Vietnam, for example, has agreed to give the U.S. total access to their markets, once again ending the Vietnam War, this time in the Americans' favor. The Pentagon has condemned the evil of globalism and hatred for the president. The brass also had the brass to promise to increase the lethality of our warfighters and revitalize the warrior ethos. This begs for some unpacking as it puts on display 4 types of escalation. Globalism has been promoted from un-American to evil. People who dislike the president may now be labeled haters and deported. The purpose of war has been altered from winning to killing. And the nation has adopted, through its likable leader, an official ethos, that of the warrior. Sparta much?